you can spread out. Either close your eyes or take a soft gaze. In your next couple of exhales, just imagine whatever's not needed here now, releasing. Any excess physical tension, any mental projects you've been working on or things that have been on your mind, just letting go of anything that's not needed here now. And anytime you notice your mind wandering onto something else, or if you're checked out or overthinking, just as soon as you notice, you can come back and feel where you are. Maybe feel that you are touching the floor, that you are breathing as a way of coming back into your body, into this moment. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. Let's slide arms overhead. Take a big yawning stretch through your arms and legs. You might reach a little longer through one arm and then the other. Interlace your fingers. Press out through your palms. Flex your feet. Reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release. Bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in, maybe a little jiggle or rock, releasing deep into your hip crease. And then straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Deep flex, full point. And then a couple of big ankle circles. As big a circle as you can make, both directions. Bend your knee back in. Open your knee out to the right. And then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. And in each pose, we're finding what's the perfect amount of effort, all of what's needed, and stripping away everything that's not needed. Release, bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist. Open out through your right arm. Let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, your right arm on a high diagonal, so your fingers and toes reach away from one another like a big tug of war. Roll back onto your back, bring both knees in. Take a circle or rock with your knees, massaging lower back, sacrum into the floor. Grab hold of just the left knee, drop the right leg long. Squeeze the left knee in close. Straighten left leg up, flex and point. Circle, big circle as you can make, both directions. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the left. And then straighten part way or all the way out to the side. Ground down through the back of the right leg. Bend your knee, bring it across. Spinal twist. First with a bent knee. And then try straightening left leg on a low diagonal. Left arm on a high diagonal, fingers and toes reaching away. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a circle or rock. And then make your way up. And we'll bring feet to the floor. Hip width apart. I'm going to shift hands to the floor in front of your feet. And then take a little rock front to back. So as you rock your weight forward, look for a stretch through your toes. As you rock back, getting into calves, ankles, Achilles tendon, and you're just working with your mobility. You shouldn't have more mobility than you have. If there are places that there's pain or something you need to be careful about, move a little slower. And then drop your heels, lift your hips, shift your weight back to hang and ragdoll. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Make sure you're not locking your knees. And take any arm position. You could just let arms hang, you could link elbows, but you could also use support through your arms, resting elbows on thighs or hands on ankles or blocks. And you let the weight of your head hang. Let's plant the hands near the front of the mat. Step the feet back, come into a high push-up position. Shoulders right above the wrists. See if you can lengthen the back of the neck. Feel how the back of the neck connects to the rest of the spine. Whole body in a straight, long line. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up, elbows hugging the sides. And then come into your back bend and take this as gently or deep as you like. This first one you might just take it easy, feeling around how is this in your body. Could be cobra or up dog. Wherever you are, shoulders down, nice long neck. And then back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. You might pedal out your feet a little bit, bending one knee. As you press the opposite heel towards the floor, waking up the backs of the legs. As you settle into your down dog, do all that you know to do. Apply what you know about alignment, then really feeling how this is now. Let's drop the knees, sink back to child's pose. Releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. And just a reminder that you can rest anytime. When you rest, come back to your center, back to slow, deep breathing. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back through down dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Lightly hop or step your feet towards the front of the mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Let your head drop. Inhale, up to standing. Sweep the arms high. Exhale, arms press down. Standing tall, mountain pose. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhaling, flat back. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog, and then let's take 5 deep breaths in a good resting pose. That might be down dog, but it could just as well be child's pose or sitting or on your forearms or knees. More important than the shape. Coming back to presence. Coming back to surrender. One more deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog. Step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Please take the time you need for all your transitions. There is no rush. From down dog, when you're ready, right leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent right knee in the biggest circle you can make. Exploring your full range of motion. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Arms up. Hips low. Let's grab the left wrist. Take it across for a little side bend. Same thing other side. Grab your right wrist. Take it across. Back to center. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Lift the heart. Hips low, chest high. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square and with the upper body letting go. Like ragdoll, let your head hang, let your neck release. Last breath here. Step back, warrior one, drop the back heel, arms up, hips low. You might lift the toes of that front foot, bringing a little lift to the inner arch. Anytime the feet are flat, that's something you could pepper in to just wake up the arches. Last breath. Release, make your way to down dog, however you want to get there. Feel what you are doing. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in. Start circling this bent left knee. If we want to keep mobility, we need to use our mobility. Day-to-day activity gets to a small portion of our range of motion. Here we want to get to the rest, especially those tight, weak, awkward places. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Bring the left knee towards left upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. Arms up. Hips low. Let's grab the right wrist. Take it over. Side bend. Same thing other side. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top. Release arms up, tip forward, standing splits. 100% effort, keep reaching that back leg longer. 100% surrender, and you soften your face. Last breath here. Big step back. Warrior one. Maybe lift those toes on the front foot. You can have a little checklist through your body, applying everything you're working on, everything you know to work on. Release. Make your way back to a good resting pose. Any movement transition. And then any neutral shape, letting go. Last deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog. Step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take just the right arm up as we inhale. Come over to a side bend, left arm providing support in the way that works for you. Big yawning reach. So here's another place, maybe lifting the toes for a moment, engaging the arches, pulling up. Active feet. Reach a little further out, come up, release down. Same thing, other side. Big yawning reach, strong core, strong legs, relaxed jaw. Reach a little further out, come up, release down. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms. Shoulders drop as arms reach straight. Rise up onto your toes for a little balance. Could be just a slight lift of the heels or come all the way up or anywhere in between. Start to fold forward, staying in balance. Bring your hands to your legs wherever they meet. Might be the upper legs. You might slide a little lower, making sure you're not overstretching or locking your knees. Release, drop the hands, drop the heels, drop your head, let that go. Bend your knees, arms up. Chair, Utkatasana, hips go back and down, head lifts high, shoulders low, draw the belly in, maybe lift the toes, could add that in here. Last breath, release, fold forward, inhaling, flat back, step or hop back, lower down, up dog or cobra, back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Big step forward, high lunge, arms up. Let's come into warrior three. Shift forward, find your balance. You're welcome to keep your torso high and your leg low. If you do want to tip forward, keep torso and back leg connected, forming a straight long line from head to left foot. Last breath here. Step back, warrior one. Release through your movement transition. Back to down dog. Same thing, other side. Left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. Choosing your outer shape. Within the outer shape you've chosen, how much can you feel? Can you notice a little bit more? Step back. Warrior one. Make your way to a good resting pose. How quickly can you return to ease? Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. From down dog, right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. From here, let's rise up to standing and bring that left knee to your chest. The right arm can come out to the side to steady you, or a right hand to your hip. You can stay holding the left knee, or you might grab your big toe with the first 2 finger and thumb, possibly straightening partway or all the way forward. Try and keep your torso even to the front. So aside from your left arm and leg, you're in mountain pose. Keeping that feeling of mountain pose. Open the left leg out to the left, just at a slight angle, whether you're holding your knee or your toe, whether the leg is bent or straight. Bring it back to the front and we'll set up for a twist. Opposite hand comes to the outside of the knee or the outside of the foot. Roll open through the left shoulder, extend back through the left arm. And whether you're holding your knee or your foot, your leg can be partly straight. If you're holding your knee and you want a little more, kick through your heel. If you're holding the foot and it's too much, bend your knee. Gaze forward, release with the front hand, catch with the back hand, King Dancer, Natrajasana. Kicking your foot into your hand, lifting through the chest, the fingers, toes, head, everything going up. Step back, high lunge. Make your way to down dog, however you want to get there. Just taking one thing at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. Feel where you are, that's enough. From down dog, left leg sweeps up, feeling that. Big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. Rise up to standing. Bring your right knee to your chest. You can stay holding the knee or grab your big toe. Lengthen. Can there be ease even as you might be wobbling, falling, even with all the sensation? Open the right leg out to the right, just at a slight angle. Engaging what's useful, and keep softening the muscles around the eyes, the jaw. Bring your leg back to the front, opposite hand to the outside of the knee or the outside of the foot. Remember, wobbling and falling are necessary parts of a balance practice. We can't not have that. So can there be ease in the wobbling and the falling? Gaze forward, release with the front hand. Catch with the back hand, King Dancer, Natrajasana. Just going to your limits. Go in the directions you know to go in. You meet your edges right where they are. Shouldn't be otherwise. There's nothing about getting anywhere here. Step back. High lunge. Release, make your way back to a good rest. Letting go of all of that. Coming back through down dog. Let's come into a pigeon pose on the right side. So you can slide the right knee forward, scoot back through the left leg, help the hips get as low as they'll go. See if any support would be useful for you, something under your hip or chest or forehead. Keep coming back to slow, deep breaths. Let's bring the upper body back up. If you have something under your right hip that's in your way, move it so you can lean to the right, and let's slide the left knee forward, setting up for half hero on the left side. So you can just move your right foot wherever you need to so that the left knee can point straight to the front of the mat, left toes point straight back. You might roll your calf muscle out of your way. And if this feels too tight, feel free to sit up on something. You could pad your ankle with something or skip this pose if this isn't working for you. Tuck your tailbone. Keep the tailbone tucking to open up the front of the hip and get a stretch through the quad. You can stay on hands or explore coming lower. Maybe just to the right elbow, maybe both elbows, maybe all the way down. Guiding the stretch from the hip to the knee, lengthening. To release, let's lean to the right, straighten the left leg, and then give a little rub to that knee or ankle or foot, working out any tightness there. We'll go to the other side. Feel free to take a little movement before you come into pigeon on the left. You might take a vinyasa or just step back to down dog or move in any other way. Our transitions are a time to integrate what we've just done. From down dog, when you're ready, left knee comes forward for a pigeon on the other side. Scoot back through the right leg. You might adjust the angle of your front leg. You might set up some support. Find a good placement for your elbows so your shoulders and neck are most at ease. Let's take our time, bringing the upper body back up, feeling each moment of your transition. If you have something under your hip, you can move it so you can lean to the left. This time bring the right knee forward. Half hero on the right side, adjusting. So knee forward, toes back. You can lean back, tuck the tailbone. Maybe you stay here. Maybe explore going lower to just the left elbow or both elbows or all the way down. You can always go lower, you can always go higher, exploring your edge as it changes. To release, lean to the left, straighten that right leg out, give a little rub to the knee, ankle, foot. If you want to take one more vinyasa or some other movement transition, you can. If you don't, you can just stay seated. We'll come back to sitting in a moment. Let's extend the legs forward, seated forward fold. Feel free to sit up on something. You can put a blanket or cushion under the hips. Lengthen the backs of the legs. You can use your hands to support you as you fold, whether that's on the floor, your feet, or something around the feet. Each inhale, is there more length? Each exhale, is there anything to release? Maybe folding a little deeper. Just release. Bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. And grab your toes or your ankles with that grip, lengthen. And fold. Elbows might push into the legs to help them open a bit more, or if it works better, you could lean into hands or elbows. Let's bring the upper body back up. We'll keep the right leg more or less where it is. Open the left leg out to the side. Gate pose, right arm up and over. You can lean onto your left hand or elbow on the inside or outside of that straight leg. Big reach out. Let your head fall towards the floor and then take that top arm out and down until the right shoulder pulls down, stretching right side of the neck. Keep your head hanging and relaxed as you push into the bottom hand to come up, and use that hand to lift your head. Let's switch the legs. Left arm up and over. Big reach out like a yawn. And then let your head fall towards the floor. Take the top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down, stretching left side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up. Use that hand to lift your head. We'll open both legs wide, Upavishta Konasana, wide angle pose. Try and have your feet and knees pointing straight up. If they're falling one way or the other, keep bringing them up. You can sit up on something or use your hands behind you to keep you upright. You could also lean forward. We're each looking for our own edge. If something opens up, you might move into that space, going a little deeper. If it starts to feel like too much, you might back out a little. Let's bring the upper body back up. Lean back, draw the legs in, shake that out. Come back onto your back, bring your knees in. Take a circle or rock with your knees, feeling what's touching the floor, a little self-massage for the lower back. And then drop your feet to the floor, getting set up for bridge. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Press your feet down. Lift your hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading upper back and lower back away from one another. Take your arms out of your way. Roll down and rest. If you want to come up again, come up again. Same thing, or any other back bend you know or want to try. You can stay as long or short as you like. When the pose feels complete, come down and rest. And you can keep going like that until you're done with your back bends. If you are done with your back bends, take some kind of counter stretch. I'll suggest happy baby, but it could be anything that feels good for you now. We are moving towards the end of class. So a good time to practice asking yourself, what do I need? What do I want? You can take your time winding things down in the way that feels good for you. It doesn't matter so much what you're doing, just that you are feeling what you are doing is probably good enough. And you can just keep moving through your closing sequence until you're ready for your final resting pose, Shavasana. And then take your time getting as comfortable as you can. If you want to adjust your clothing or grab any props or do a little self-massage, you can take good care of yourself. And eventually settle into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Letting go of the control of your breath. A few moments of not doing anything, just simply being. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And let this movement increase to your wrists and ankles. Maybe let your head rock side to side. Take a big stretch out through arms and legs. And bring your knees in when you're ready. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, and thanks so much for being here today.